what he needs to do. I am proud to introduce the competitor for Norway, STEINAR TØLLEFSEN. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Thank you.
I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much. I'll do my best.
Let's bring out the judges.
Okay, thank you. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome.
Good luck.
So you're ready and comfortable? Yes? Time. Welcome, dear judges. Welcome, friends and audience. Nice to see you. My name is STEINAR. I come from Supreme Roastworks, a micro roastery and a small coffee shop in Oslo, Norway. For a few years now, a coffee called Nekisse, a natural processed coffee from Ethiopia and 90 plus, have been my all-time favorite coffee. Sweet, fruity, clean and elegant. The coffee I'm brewing and serving you today is actually a further development of the Nekisse. In 2014, 90 Plus opened their doors both in Panama and Ethiopia for a handful of industrial guests to learn all about the processing methods and formulas of 90 Plus coffee. With this new knowledge, they could choose any 90 Plus coffee and change the parameters along the way during processing of the coffee. This was to make the so-called Maker series from 90 Plus. Now working as the profile processing director in Ethiopia, Semon Ebey, he was the first one who made the Maker series, and he chose the Nekisse as his raw material. For me, this coffee is really fascinating because it's a quite ordinary Ethiopian coffee. It's Ethiopian coffee of mixed heirloom from selected smallholder farms in the Sidamo region in the southern part of Ethiopia. But what I truly believe makes this coffee stand out from the crowd is the unique genetic diversity which is so special in Ethiopian coffee. It's skilled, dedicated farmers, its careful handling of trees and crop, and of course, this gentle processing made to perfection by Semon Ebey. It's almost dangerous to say too much about this coffee. Well, I made a big leap now. I have something more to say about the coffee before we go there. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you too much about this process itself, but there are some key factors which I believe has huge impact on flavors, aroma and complexity in this coffee. It is no big secret, but after the coffee cherries were harvested, they were gently hand-washed several times without breaking the skin of the sherry, keeping the moisture, the fruitiness, the sweetness, all the good stuff inside the sherry safe under the skin. Then the coffee cherries were slowly and controlled cold fermented. And now Semon Ebey did something really creative. Somehow he managed to seal off half of the sherry to make it dry in a much slower pace than the other half. This combined with extensive use of shade drying made it the most time-consuming process in any 90 Plus coffee. The outcome was beyond all expectations. Complexity, flavors, aroma, everything increased in this coffee. So, it's almost dangerous to say too much about this coffee because I really want it to speak for itself. And this coffee can speak for itself. Dear judges, I am dying to brew and serve you this coffee. So I'm going to start brewing now, and I'll tell you more about this coffee in just a moment. Thank you. In this specific brew, with this specific coffee, I choose Hario V60 brewing method. In my opinion, the Hario gives me the most elegant, cleanest, softest, and most open brew. And I really want that in this complex coffee I have with me today. I'm using 20 grams of coffee to 300 grams of water. The blooming time will be 45 seconds, and the total extraction time will be 3 minutes and 30 seconds. The water I'm using today is a natural mineral water from the west coast of Norway. This particular water has a low mineral content, and this is to enhance the soft and smooth mouthfeel in this coffee. Temperature of the brewing water will be 92 degrees. As you can see, I'm a bit geeky also when it comes to equipment. But I like the idea that you can monitor my brewing on the iPhones in front of you. It's revealing and no room for errors, but I love it. Dear judges, I would like to invite you now to make notes of my taste description while I'm brewing. So you can have your focus on writing and I can have my focus on the brewing. So first of all, the aroma notes. The aroma is intense, sweet, ripe tropical fruit. You will find apricot, mango, passion fruit, and the sweet, sweet Sharon. What's quite unusual in coffee is that the flavor notes are almost identical to the aroma notes. You will still find that ripe tropical fruits. You will find the apricot, the mango, the passion fruit, and the Sharon. But in addition to that, you will find dried apricot and strawberry jam. The aftertaste in this coffee is long, sweet, lingering aftertaste with an elegant acidity just playing around in the back of your mouth. The acidity reminds me of the passion fruit and mango acidity. It's sweet and elegant. But do not be fooled by the sweetness and the elegance of this acidity. It is very present, but never to be dominant. When the coffee cools down, the acidity becomes a little bit more present. The mouthfeel is silky, velvety, smooth and soft mouthfeel. And now for the body and balance. I believe the processing of this coffee makes this coffee flavor intense, which again makes a great body. So my point is, even though this is a deliberately brew on the lighter side, relatively transparent brew, it still has a great body. Delicious and round body. The balance is impeccable. The sweetness and the acidity and all the other elements in this coffee are in perfect harmony. And I believe the processing plays a significant role in the balance as well in this coffee. So overall, I would say this is a coffee with an interesting complexity to it. It's full of layers. It's very well balanced. It's sweet, it's fruity, round, soft, clean and elegant. Very distinct in flavors and aromas. So dear judges, what I'd like you to do before you taste this coffee today is to smell the coffee. I would like you to take the serving can, swirl it around, and smell the coffee while it's still hot and fresh and the aroma notes are peaking. This is just for the first impression. When you've done that, I will serve it into your cup for proper evaluation according to the rules. Okay. In front of you, you will find a menu. I have written down all the information about this coffee and what I said about this coffee during this presentation. Feel free to take this with you when you leave for the judging room. When this coffee was produced, it was produced in a so-called micro batch. It was only made a total of 7 bags worldwide of this coffee. So you're actually among the few people on this planet who have actually tasted this coffee. Isn't that a good feeling? So. All right. So, dear judges, this has been an absolute honor for me, brewing and serving you this rare and extraordinary coffee from 90 Plus. I really hope it makes the same impression on you. that it did on me when I tasted this coffee for the first time, changing my perspective of how coffee was supposed to taste, or should I say how coffee can taste, when your palate is having the time of its life, just asking for more. Thank you very much. Enjoy the coffee, and thank you so much for the attention. Thank you.
STEINAR of Norway! Odd, would you like to join me for a moment? Odd? Should just go tap him on the shoulder.
10 seconds.
Oh.
Or time. I'm using the last seconds to clean up.
I'm very sorry. I thought
No.
you made a motion, and I completely mistook that for you
It's
being
okay.
done.
I'd like to have the extra 30 seconds just to clean up in front of the judges so it looks nice.
It looks very nice.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I hope I didn't knock you out of your groove. You seemed like you were cool and confident.
Yeah, I felt out one time, but it's okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you relieved that it's all done with now?
Yeah, I would like to do it one more time, but it's okay. It's okay for now.
Very cool. Well, I was sampling your coffee again over at the brew bar, and it's just a really nice coffee.
Thank you.
Do you have a lot of this coffee at Supreme? Will you be...
We have 15 kilos, and it's I think it's total in the world. I think it's 35 kilos left now,
Okay.
and
so
we have 15.
Not a lot of coffee.
Not much left.
All right. Excellent. Well, you have a lot of supporters out here right
Yeah.
now. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Yeah. So, did you practice a lot? Did you practice in front
I practice a lot.
in front of some people to give you some good feedback?
Yeah, in front of friends and in front of the mirror and everything. Practice.
And what did you find yourself focusing on the most for the competition today?
Sorry?
Was there one thing that you focused on the most for the competition today that you thought was really important for the presentation?
Of course. No, not so much the presentation, the coffee. To nail the brew so that it tastes good, or it tastes perfect. The taste is the most important thing.
It's
So
true.
this coffee speaks for itself.
All right. Well, I hope it treats you well going into the competition or going into the judging.
Thank you.
Another question: will you be going to the party this evening?
I hope so. My girlfriend is coming down with our newborn baby.
Oh,
That's a different story.
that's a very different story.
He was born between the compulsory and finals in Norway. We did we did the competition on Wednesday evening. He was born on Thursday, and the finals were on Friday morning. So I went from the hospital 3 o'clock in the night and did the finals at 8:30 in the morning.
That's incredible.
So that should be a prize for the best timing.
Yes, absolutely.
To my girlfriend.
Well, awesome. Well, no matter what, I hope you enjoy your evening.
Thank
and
you.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Odd.
Thank you.
Back to our sponsor.
Brita has been supporting the championships as official water sponsor since 2013.